What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another thrilling 32 Throwdown. Danny, we've got two more coasters lined up tonight, a first-round matchup of interest, if you will. And tonight, Danny, we're going to be looking at Leviathan at Canada's Wonderland, taking on Wonder Woman at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. Now, I don't know. These two rides, besides both being steel, could they be any more different?
No, I mean, one's in Canada, where it's very cold most of the year, and one's in Texas, where it's very hot most of the year. One is B&M, and one is RMC. One is known for maybe being not quite as forceful, and one is known for being extremely forceful. One is quite a long ride, and one is quite a short ride.
And that's the height. You missed the height differential.
The heights. I mean, one is definitely a giga, and the other one is not even debatably a giga. It's not even a hyper. One is teal, turquoise, seafoam greenish. The other one's red and yellow. It's you could not get more different than these two rides, except for the fact that they're both in this year's Thrilling 32. And Wonder Woman was a ride that last year we thought would do very well, and it did. But it didn't crack the Thrilling 32, and here it is in its second year, making it in. You can throw the slide up here, and we'll look at the numbers quick, and then we'll talk about these two rides. Wonder Woman last year was number 42 in its first year of operation, so it has not been in the Thrilling 32 before. So we know it's at least jumped up 10 spots at the very least to get into the Thrilling 32 here, maybe more. And Leviathan, when we first started this poll and the Thrilling 32 back in 2012, Leviathan in its opening year was very, very close to winning. I think it came in second behind Intimidator 305 that first year. In 2013, it came back and won and was the steel champion in the second year. And ever since then, it's sort of just slowly started to trickle down the list a little bit, and its lowest finished ever was last year at number 16. Now, it has a very strong record, 18-6 overall in the Thrilling 32 overall, so it's done very, very well. But obviously, Leviathan's trending down. Wonder Woman is trending up, and we like to look at some of those things from, it's not just the numbers on the surface. Leviathan's the simple, very easy pick if you look at the numbers on the surface, but when you look at the trends, Wonder Woman is certainly trending up, and we always talk about new rides. Sometimes they do their very best in the first year, but sometimes they kind of go up as more people ride them. So when you're picking this one, this is one that you sort of have to pick and choose. Now, Andy, these are two rides that you have also been on. Have you been on both of these?
I've not been on Wonder Woman, but I've been on Railblazer. So
okay, all right. So why don't you give us your perspective if you were to use Railblazer as your surrogate Wonder Woman here?
Yeah, and most people say that Railblazer is just as good as Wonder Woman, if not better. You rank it a little bit higher than Wonder Woman.
I do.
So it's probably, my experience on it's probably just as good as anybody else's. The thing about the single rails, I guess I'll start there, is that I don't really understand the super high love for them. Yeah, they're really fun coasters. I think they round out a lineup of coasters really nicely. But when I think top-tier, record-breaking, world-beating, this is an outstanding ride. This is one of the 32 best rides in the world. I don't think the single rails rank up there for me. Maybe Jersey Devil will change that opinion for me because it is a little bit longer, is going to do a little bit more stuff. But as it stands, Railblazer was a really fun ride. I said it when I wrote it. I said, this is a really fun ride. This is great to have in a roller coaster lineup. That being said, I don't think it's a top 32 ride. So I'm actually surprised that it's here to begin with. Maybe a little overranked in my opinion, since it is in the 32. Leviathan, on the other hand, looking at that ride, and you see the slide down, and honestly, that should come as no surprise to anyone. That the slide down, you look at the highest rank was 2013, right? So Fury 325, not quite making an impact yet, as they would say. When Leviathan won that tournament. So a lot of people had ridden Leviathan at that point. They loved the Giga coasters. And then since then, a lot more Giga coasters are, being planned. Millennium Force came out way before that. People love that one. I-305. There is always the debate of which one is better, I-305, Millennium, Leviathan. But then when Fury really took hold, that debate kind of all ended, didn't it? And Fury just ran away with it and said, yeah, Fury is the best of the Gigas. And
when you look historically at all the rides in the Thrilling 32 that in the last couple years have ranked higher than Leviathan, you look at a lot of them are recent openings. I mean, Fury 325 opened in 2015, like you said. Steel Vengeance, the defending champion, just opened in 2018. Even rides like Wicked Cyclone, Twisted Colossus, Twisted Timbers, Iron Rattler. Iron Rattler opened a year after Leviathan. So you see a lot of those rides that opened after Leviathan have sort of moved up into that upper tier, that top 10, top 12 type of thing, type of area. So
it should be no surprise that Leviathan is sliding.
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. Now, 16, you can debate whether or not it should be as low as 16, but I don't think it's a surprise that, it has dropped off and it's not the number one coaster anymore. The question is really, from a Thrilling 32 perspective here, the question is, does Leviathan continue to slide lower than number 16? And then how is that matched by the obvious rise of a ride like Wonder Woman that has risen at least 10 spots just to get into the Thrilling 32 this year? How do those things sort of offset here?
Well, I think you can. This is the classic case of overthinking at some point too. That I think Leviathan. I think it's going to settle in right around where it's at now. It's still a Giga coaster. It's still got that wonderful speed hill that might be one of the best elements anywhere in any roller coaster. I think Leviathan's finally going to settle in to right about where it's supposed to be, right around 16. Like you said, I have it ranked a little bit higher than that, but I think that's probably about right. Wonder Woman, like I said, I think is a little bit overranked. I wouldn't put too much stock in it. There's no way it's going to beat Leviathan here, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, Wonder Woman for me might be a top 50 ride. I don't have a problem with it being in the top 50 necessarily, but top 32 is kind of pushing it for me personally. But we shall see where Wonder Woman, obviously some new people getting to ride it here in 2019, which has elevated it. So we'll see just how high it has gone when we reveal the full rankings, at the beginning of March. But, coming up later this week here, we will see who ends up winning this battle between Leviathan and Wonder Woman Golden Lasso Coaster. We'll see who advances.
Absolutely. As always, I am Andy Robarchak from Chicago, Illinois.
And Danny Miller from Binghamton, New York.
Right on, Ride Warriors.
Good luck, guys.